Kingdom's Wealth and Wisdom, brought to you by Petra Worldwide. Here is Nathan Weaver.
Welcome back to Kingdom's Wealth and Wisdom. I'm Nathan Weaver, founder and executive director of Petra Worldwide. As we close out the week, we are going to tackle the most personal question of business governance. How do you take the harvest of your business and put it into your own pocket? Many founders treat their business bank account like a personal ATM. If the balance is high, they're spending. If it's low, they starve. But true kings don't take, they allocate. If you are operating as an S corporation or C corporation, the IRS requires you pay yourself a reasonable salary before you take any distributions of profit. Today, we're going to define the line between your worth as an officer and your reward as an owner. So let's optimize your wealth by understanding the tax split and the way you pay yourself. The salary, the W-2. The W-2 is subject to employment taxes. Some people say self-employment taxes, but these are employment taxes. That means Social Security and Medicare taxes. The IRS wants their share of your labor for Social Security and Medicare funding. The K-1, the distribution document, this is the profit left over after all expenses, including your salary. So it's critical that you think about distributions because they are generally not subject to self-employment taxes. Now, the reasonable test, what's a reasonable salary? A lot of people try to get tripped up here and they try to play games with the IRS, but that never really works because if you pay yourself $1 in salary and then take a $100,000 distribution to avoid taxes, the IRS simply looks at similar unrelated businesses that do what you do and say, what's a reasonable salary? They have lots of data to support it. So if your salary is too low, you are at risk of audit, and then you're at risk of penalties for wages that should have been reported on a W-2, not as a K-1 distribution. So be careful here.
Pastors and financial leaders, do you need expert accounting or tax help? Do you have payroll or 1099 questions? Do you need a ministry expert to help you acquire real estate for your next project? If the answer is yes, yes, and yes, visit petraworldwide.org. Petra Worldwide has been strengthening ministries to transform humanity since 2007. Visit petraworldwide.org or call 855-481-9095.
Now, let's use a little bit of wisdom to identify how do we satisfy the law and protect your future. One thing to consider is what's referred to as the 60-40 rule in this area. While not a hard and fast true rule, but many strategists suggest allocating 60% of your business's net income to salary and then 40% to distributions. Consider if you are wearing multiple hats in your business, like most small business owners do. You're the CEO, you're the janitor, you're the landscaper. Wisdom says, look at the Bureau of Labor Statistics and use a blended rate for all the jobs proportion that you do in your company every day. Be consistent. Don't pay yourself just when you feel like it. Set yourself up on a regular, consistent payroll. Whether it's $3,000 or $10,000, a consistent direct deposit payroll shows the IRS that you are disciplined over your governance and you keep everything separate and orderly. As a founder, you have the wisdom to understand that your salary is a business expense that stabilizes your personal life, which allows you space for clarity and direction. At Petra Worldwide, we help you make the right decision on how you pay yourself. We'll run the numbers. We'll give you the governance and the guidance to stay within the lines. We'll help you support the decision that's been made. And most importantly, we will do that in the context of your overall vision. I'm Nathan Weaver. Lead with confidence, live with integrity, and build something that lasts today and for generations to come.
Listen every day at 4 p.m. for Kingdom's Wealth and Wisdom, brought to you by Petra Worldwide, strengthening ministries to transform humanity. On the web at petraworldwide.org.